Hi, welcome back to Colour in Your Life. I'm Sophia Stacey.
And I'm Natasha Wernick, and we'd like to take you on a journey to see some of the best artists in Australia. I'll be filming.
And I'll be your host. So come with us and enjoy this unique opportunity to enter artist studios and see how they do what they do.
We all have the ability to be artistic, and we are going to show you some fabulous artists to inspire you to pick up that paintbrush and get creative.
Hello and welcome back to Colour in Your Life. Well, today we have a very, very special show for you. We are at the Red Hill Gallery in Brisbane, and we're going to meet the owner and director, Margaret Campbell-Ryder, who's going to take us through what it's like to get into galleries and what it's like to have a relationship between the gallery director and the artist. And then in the second part, we're actually going to go into the downstairs section of the gallery and watch John Maitland do one of his fantastic paintings. So let's go and see if we can find Margaret. Well, viewers, it's an absolute honour to bring you in to meet Margaret. Margaret, welcome to Colour in Your Life.
Sophia, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, and welcome to Red Hill Gallery.
You've been here for a very long time, established in 1998 with your gorgeous husband Graham, who has passed away sadly, but his legacy lives on.
His legacy does live on. We were really excited. We bought it on the 1st of December 1998. I still love coming to work every day. It's just beautiful.
We could actually do a whole show just on you, Margaret. You've had such an amazing life, and you've worked in fashion, and you're a highly published author as well, amongst many other things. But today we're going to talk about the process of the relationship between the gallery owner and the artist.
Oh, look, it's so important to be in contact with your artist, to talk about what sort of work they're going to be doing, what they're presenting, and also the price point. And we're in the business of selling art. That's what we do. My relationship with my artist is quite unique, actually, and I've also very fortunate to represent Joseph Bookvich and Herman Peckel, and I know that they've been on Colour in Your Life before.
Have, yes.
And oh my goodness, they are characters, but they're all each artist is different in their own way, and I have to approach them in a different way, so you can't just treat them all the same. And I do have a process of what we go through, but they're unique.
So what's the process of selecting an artist?
Okay, I have a policy that when an artist wants to exhibit or show their work in Red Hill Gallery, I never not look at anyone, because you never know that when the next Archibald Prize winner might walk through the door. They can apply via online on our website. They can apply by sending an email or coming in. We then ask them to submit their CV with some photographs. Once we get to that part, we invite them in to have a look at their work. And if we like the work, we ask them to submit 6 paintings, do 6 paintings or 6 pieces of glass or whatever it is. And we put them on trial for 3 months. And during that trial, if we get a reaction from our clients, and that determines whether we keep them or not. They don't have to sell within that 3 months. It's just a matter of what momentum they get going. Or I decide that this is an artist that I can mentor, this is an artist that I can take forward. But you never know when that next person walks through the door, you can't not look.
And you have such an extensive range. And actually I have the honour of wearing some of this magnificent jewellery.
Oh, you're beautiful. This is just beautiful. This is by Zohar. She's a Jewish artist, and she had the honour of being in Paris Fashion Week last year. It's made of gold and silver, and it's and her pearls. They're just beautiful.
It feels absolutely divine on. This building itself has a fascinating history as well. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
It originally was owned by the White House family, and the White House family was very famous for the organs that they built. And what they used to do is they'd pull a horse and dray up out the front door there, and they would put the organ on that, and it would go down to Roma Street, and it'd go off to somewhere in Australia to go into a church or a hall. We've found horseshoes out the back.
Oh, really?
And the front of the gallery has not changed at all.
And you do have a lot of exhibitions here as well.
Yes, we do. Every exhibition is monthly. We go from February right through to December. There's a very strict guideline. We invite artists to exhibit here, and they get a sheet from us to say when it is on, when they have to have their images here, when they have to have their paintings here, and we've got dates for them because artists do need a timeline.
And it is very extensive, isn't it? And
yes.
There's so much that goes on behind the scenes in a gallery. We've just touched on a little bit of it today, but thank you so much for sharing that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go and find Natalie.
Yes.
And she's going to take us through how your website works.
Yes.
So let's go and find Natalie, and she can take us through the next step.
Yes, and she does it well.
Okay, Natalie, here we are in the hub of the gallery. It's a very exciting little office. There's lots of magic that's happening here, I'm sure. But you're going to take us through the website and how people can buy online.
Sure. Yes, it is the absolute hub of everything that goes on here. On our website, for those who may or may not be familiar, we are currently advertising our latest exhibition. But aside from that, if you'd like to go in to inspect and look at all of the art that we have for sale, is that each of these thumbnails represent the artists that we have here in the gallery, which is over 132. So you can understand that we can't have each and all of their art on the gallery floor at any one time. So if you go into the website and click behind an artist's name, behind that is all of the artist's work that we have for sale.
Wow, look at that. Beautiful work.
It is indeed. And for example, clicking through to each individual piece gives you all of the information, its size, its medium of art, its price, and if you wanted to take it any further, then you simply just click inquire now, and the inquiry comes straight through to the gallery.
Okay, and you also have a big TV downstairs that people can actually look through the rest of the catalogue.
They can. So any of these thumbnails represents the artist, and behind there is all of their work that we have available for sale. And just click on that and it comes up with all the details, its size, its medium, its price, and an inquire now button brings you straight through to the gallery, and we're able to answer any questions that a potential buyer may have. Also too, this fantastic website also promotes our current exhibition, and we have an exhibition every month representing a solo artist or an artist in conjunction with another. And for example, this month and tomorrow indeed, we're opening an exhibition for Todd Wisson and Jennifer Webb. Another fabulous feature of our website when we promote their work, same process, click into the exhibition, a piece of art comes up and you can simply press on the purchase button and it will take that piece of art off the website, register it as sold, and you now own that piece of art to collect and take home at the end of the exhibition, which is the end of each month usually. It's the best way that we can manage well over 1,500 pieces of art that we have in the gallery at any one time.
Amazing. And we're going to go downstairs now and see John Maitland create one of his beautiful paintings.
Oh, that's fabulous. You'll enjoy that. Thanks so much.
Thanks again, Natalie.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, viewers, well, here we are downstairs at the gallery, and I'd like to introduce you to John Maitland. John, welcome to Colour in Your Life.
Hi.
Hi, it's such a pleasure to be here with you. John has prepared 4 canvases today, and so we can move through quite quickly because we've obviously had this kind of different show today with the gallery and John. But I think we should get straight into it. What do you think?
Good idea. Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thanks. Okay, John, I can see you've laid down like a background there, but where do we go from here?
I'm going to put on the canvas a layer of turquoise, which will enable the pink to still shine through. Start with the turquoise.
Yes? Oh, they look like big, delicious pots of paint there.
They're almost edible. Don't be frightened because if there's one thing I'm not, it's tidy. Okay, so we'll just get the pen shining through. I purposely want it uneven to give some excitement and some movement. Okay, here we go.
Oh, look at that. What a fabulous colour.
You can see how, where the texture is, it's actually breaking the paint up, which is exactly what I want, because that's the whole thing about, well, to me anyway, what an artist should be looking for is energy. Energy from the artist and energy on the canvas.
You attended King's College.
Yeah.
And studied art at, studied art in Newcastle?
I did, yeah. I studied for a while, but then after about 6 months, I decided to go into engineering instead, so a big change. But where I come from, you know, it's a bit of a tough place. I just decided to go into engineering, which was considered more of a man's job.
Right, engineering and art.
Engineering and art.
You were telling me that it was a transition inspired by your beautiful wife Dolores that moved you back from engineering into painting, is that correct?
That's correct. She said one day, quite a few years back now, she just looked at me in all earnestness and said, "John, if you're ever going to paint, it's now or never." Okay, so we're just about finished as much as I want to do on let this dry now, because
let that one dry, and you've actually you've prepared another one that is dry, that's got a little bit of a drawing started on it, so let's swap them over.
Yeah, no problems.
Okay, John, I can see that you've sketched out a basic idea of a girl on a swing there in some chalk.
That's correct.
What do you do next?
I don't normally do a sketch, but for the viewer's benefit, I've done the sketch of what's in my mind, and as you can see, it's a girl on the swing, and the main thing for me is getting the movement into it. So you can see the way the paint is here and everywhere, giving the impression of great movement and velocity. So I'm now going to start filling in. And the great thing about doing this is a good set of nails. Why? So I can get the feeling of movement. Next I'll block in the dress. I'll just block it in so it's out of the way, so a little bit of, what have I got here?
So you're just dipping straight into that bucket?
Seriously, as I said, I'm anything but a tidy painter. I like the feel of the pen, I like to feel it on the end of the brush, and I'll stop straight into it. You're not going to see me stopping and cleaning any brushes off to do the next bit.
Okay, so you've just mapped her in a little bit, but we are now ready to move on to the next one that you've prepared.
We absolutely are, Sophia. Absolutely. Ready to go.
Let's do that.
So I'll just finish this one off here. As you can see, the brush is very loosely held, and just basically drag through, across, and here, instead of being definite, I'm just going to do straightforward lines across to link up to the swing, to give it a nice loose feel. Bring that across there, and through there. So
Your work does bring this immense amount of joy and playfulness.
that's exactly, you've hit it on the head, and that's what I want to achieve. You see a lot of paintings that cover angst, the dark side. I want to come into the light, you know. If there's one thing I don't want to see, it's a static painting, because painting should breathe life.
And if people want to go and see more of your work, they can go to your website, which is johnmaitland.com, and I believe you actually share that website with your brother as well.
That's correct, yes. Once again, it came down to Dolores, my wife, who said, John, you and Jimmy have been inextricably linked together since you were kids painting. Why don't you do the whole thing on a website with the two of you together? Great idea. And I thought, terrific.
And if you had any advice to pass on to other artists, what would your words of wisdom be?
My God, that's a big one. But I would say, never stop believing in yourself. Always be true to yourself. Yes, it's fine to look at other artists, never copy them, emulate them perhaps, but never copy them. You know, like one person once said, if I can see far, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of others, and I think that's a great saying. It's very important. Always put your own self into your work.
Okay, John, so we've got the last one up there, and there's only a tiny weeny little bit you want to do on that. But I wanted to bring up another fabulous couple of paintings that you did of the Sydney Opera House. They're big pieces too, aren't they?
They are big pieces, but boy, they're great fun, you know, and that is the thing about being an artist. You should never lose that fun, that joy of actually painting the pictures.
Well, your paintings certainly exude that, and
thank you.
And obviously that's why you've been so successful, because it brings so much happiness.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's very humbling what you said, thank you very much, but you know, that's what it's all about. You've summed it up.
And so there's only just a tiny bit that you want to do on this painting. Let's see how you finish it off.
I'm going to finish it off now, so I've just got the chalk line there. I always say to Margaret, it's the imperfections that are the beauty. That's where the beauty is. So here we go.
Here we go.
Are we watching?
We're watching.
Symbolize from there to there, from there to there, there to there. That's that bit. And now the Maitland signature. Do you know what the Maitland signature is, Sophia? Besides the actual signature, there's another signature.
Okay.
Okay. It's on every painting, but it's how I sign it off. So it's simply normally a dry brush, just straight around. And here we go, the final flourish.
Final little bit. Voila.
Voila.
Voila. Well, thank you, John. Thank you so much for sharing with us, but we haven't quite finished yet. We're going to get Margaret back down here and wind up for the day.
Terrific.
Okay, viewers, well, what a fantastic day it's been. Margaret and John, thank you for today. But we want to just talk a little bit about the relationship between the gallery director and the artist. So when was it that you first met?
Well, I used to drive up to our gallery at Emporium, and I'd go past the gallery at Bowen Hills, and I would see John's work in the window. I thought, oh gosh, gosh, I love that work. I really do love that work. And one day he rang here and the girls said, you might want to say what happened.
Yeah, well, the gallery Margaret's referring to, that I was representing in, was closing its doors. So I just thought, well, I've got to get another gallery. So I rang Red Hill Gallery, explained who I was, and said I'd like to know if I could exhibit my work in the gallery. Was a goer. And the person on the other side of the telephone said, yes, that's if you send in a CD and a biography and what have you, and we'll look at it and we'll get back to you. Okay, thank you. So the phone went down and I said to my wife, oh, this is really annoying. I said, I've been shown my work and now they want to look at a bloody CD and everything before they even give me an idea if I can get in.
Well, five minutes later, I saw that the girls left this note. I said, John Maitland? Oh my goodness, where's his phone number? I know this guy's work, I've been wanting it for so long. And I rang John, I said, John, please, I want your work, because I'd been looking at it at the gallery every time I went past. And that's where our relationship started.
Began. It was like a wow, and in all honesty, in those few moments, it was like I built up a rapport and a relationship with each other, and that's lasted through till today.
And the relationship that you have with John is representative of the relationship with all the artists that you deal with, and the reason why Red Hill Gallery is so prestigious and well known.
I'd like to say that my job here as a gallery director is so great that I just love getting up out of bed and coming to work. It's just, every day can be different, every artwork can be changed. I mean, I think I have the best job in the world, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been through so much in my career, but this one tops it all.
And it's such a beautiful gallery. Oh, and I'd like to tell the viewers of the actual address here.
It is 61 Musgrave Road, Red Hill, and you can park out the front. And we'd love to see you. We're 5 minutes out of the city, so come along. Red Hill Gallery, 61 Musgrave Road, Red Hill.
If you would like to come and find out more about the gallery, or even submit your work, or even pop on the website to buy some work, you can go to
www.redhillgallery.com.au, and we would welcome submissions and we welcome clients.
And also, if you want to go and see more of John's story and his artwork, you go to johnmaitland.com, and you can also go and see John's brother's work. There's a fascinating story about your relationship and growing up. I'd like to thank you both once again. It's been a really delightful day, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about the mechanics or the story behind what it takes to work with a gallery. But as we always say at the end of the day, remember, viewers, make sure you put some colour in your life, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.